After watching back the last two uploads, I decided to mess with my settings and increase the quality. Although it could be that it's just YouTube compression, but obviously a modern pixel art game like this kind of requires high video quality to truly get across how well it looks. Another thing I forgot to mention in those previous two videos, not that it's important, but the first Deltarune Chapter 4 Snowgrave video got over 1,000 views. Really wasn't expecting that. I guess I'm happy about it, though I guess I shouldn't really care that much. I should care more about interesting discussions, perhaps, but it's nice to know that people heard all my thoughts there. More people than usual, anyway. Now, well, first there's more dialogue with Chervil. I forgot about that. Chervil, do you know about a place called Vinehurst? Actually, I believe that was the college that Asphodel and I attended. How did you come by that name? There was someone in the market that told me. They said my coat reminded them of the robes that were worn there. Now that you mention it, I do recall wearing similar clothes. I believe different disciplines at the college would wear colors that suited their fields. High sciences were coats that were red, but green would have been the color for botany. Does that mean my mom went there too? Did you ever meet her? Can't say I ever set foot in the Arboretum, no. I was much too engrossed in my own studies. Asphodel was much more sociable than I, however. Perhaps that's where they met? Yeah, nothing new from the hints. I think I want to mark Pyrena green so that it's a town. That's what I'm gonna take that to mean. Now the areas are green on the map, so it's a bit harder to see, but I think it still works. Can I even remember which area I'm supposed to do first? I seem to remember the, is this the Arboretum? Yeah. Although maybe there was something blocking you off. I guess I'll just check it out. This place was once a beautiful arboretum open to the public, back before the islands rose 20 some odd years ago. After that it was repurposed for unreality research. The plant seemed to be reacting strangely. Were you around back then, Vernal, when the islands rose? Dunno, maybe when I was like 2. Well, at any rate, there could be some clues here as to Asphodel's whereabouts, seeing as he was heavily involved in the research. So I guess Vernal is in her 20s? Whatever that tells you. This place was once a beautiful arboretum. Really? Thought you'd had something more to say. Alright, the leaves sort of move when you jump into them. Forgot about that detail. Alright. Fertile soil. Oh, yeah, there is a detailed map. I believe the memory for, what was it called, sense of direction, just gives you a mini-map, which I don't exactly value much, because there's already a map. Fertile soil. It looks like it's packed with nutrients too. Wow. I think now that I got that soil, I might as well. I'll be right back here. I mentioned the little flower. Now I can actually do something here. I don't mean to pry, but what exactly are we doing here, Vernal? I saw something from the ship. Wanted to check it out. Shouldn't we be... Trust me, it's worth it. I'm pretty sure there are points where talking to NPCs multiple times gives you more dialogue. Actually, that happened in part 2, didn't it? Right. I was very paranoid about secrets after finding some stuff like that. But there's nothing here, there's just this. Nothing here but this pathetic little sprout, all shriveled up and alone on this pointless rock. And yes, I'll use the fertile soil. Might as well give you a fighting chance. Vernal spreads soil around the plant's roots. Looks fine for now. You can do that multiple times. There's more soil than that. I think a lot of it was in the Arboretum. But yeah, figured I'd get that started. Oh, and there's also more dialogue from Chervil. Sure, this can be purple. Although I don't remember what color the flower is. Vernal, was it? How are things? What are you doing? No, just talking, I suppose. The ship doesn't seem to need much manual operation besides destination input, so we're free to talk in the meantime. Can we not? Oh, have I offended you? Apologies, No, you're fine. I'm just not good at talking with people. I doubt most would still consider me people at this point. Right. So you're like a machine then? Sort of. Still can't recall the details, but I suppose robot is a more accurate term. It certainly feels less derogatory than shell. Wait, how do you eat? Interesting. I haven't actually thought about that. How have you not thought about it? I haven't been hungry. Okay, back to the Arboretum. I'm pretty sure it was the first area you're kind of intended to go to. I remember Fallen Tower, but I think Fallen Tower was unimportant and possibly inaccessible right now. So this is the Arboretum part, I suppose. I'm not sure what abilities I'm gonna get next. But I am gonna pick up all the treasure, of course. I didn't talk about these small fodder enemies, but I'm pretty sure they're just there to heal you in between fights. Oh, right. Huh. I guess you could use that as a shortcut, but I don't think I have much vertical mobility right now to grab this ledge here. There was a delay before the water launches you. Now what do we got? Right. Now I remember. These guys are kind of annoying, honestly. And I didn't realize that one of the enemies there would not get staggered because it had one more poise. So committing even to the counterattack after blocking trapped me in an animation I can't cancel, I'm pretty sure. Ugh. Checkpoints are plentiful, but I don't want it to be a habit for me to lose a lot. Could definitely use more practice. Maybe it would be wise to do a separate file for practice. Yeah, get over here. Oh yeah, you can still heal off of an enemy that's dying during its death animation, which is a little strange, but I guess it's nice. I did practice the fights on the first island, which is why I was able to commentate while doing them at the same time. Or maybe I was just lucky, I don't know. Yeah, you can also parry the projectiles, or block them, I mean. Parrying's not a thing. Oh, these guys. Yeah, these guys are pretty rough as well. At least they're so tall you can hit them from up here. The fixed distance of the dash is something I'm not fond of, because I notice how I dodged one attack there just to run into another. Okay, that's good. It's a very damaging attack, as you saw. Or as you may have seen in the first part, where I killed 3 enemies with it at once, even though they were all not that low on life. Yeah, there's an example of what I'm talking about. Now these things have 2 poise, and why would I expect them to have 2 poise? Typically, enemies have an amount of super armor in games like Devil May Cry, relative to how many different things they can do. So that you don't immediately stun lock them before they can present the threat they're designed to present. Here though, a basic enemy that has nothing to offer will have high poise for no reason in one fight, and then no poise in another fight. It just doesn't make any sense, if you ask me. Oh, I completely forgot about the down attack. Okay, so at least I can... Yeah, I can stun them in one hit now with the down charge attack. So that's good. And yeah, see, right after a fight, 2 fodder enemies. Definitely supposed to just heal you. Oh great, another one of these stupid bucket heads. Ah, someone else after the treasure, I presume. Well, you're too late. The treasure is mine. Treasure? My overwhelming strength, courage, and intellect will surely guide me through this treacherous place. It's much too dangerous for someone like you. Excuse me? I mean no offense, miss, but it's best if you get on your ship and leave before you get hurt. How about you leave, or I'll make you leave? Whoa, hey, I don't want any trouble, but I was here first. It's only fair that I get the treasure. I'm not here for treasure, you idiot. I'm looking for someone. Does the name Asphodel ring any bells? Can't say it does, sorry to say. But if you're not here for the treasure, I suppose I'll be on my way. I completely forgot about this guy. Although now I remember what happens with him. All those vines lead to this thing. Kind of an interesting layout of this place. It's a bit... I think it still follows kind of a linear progression. It just has shortcuts and stuff. There's room to argue that the so-called Metroidvania aspects of this game are not that different from picking up a key in Devil May Cry that can only be used on one door. The difference being all of the actual new abilities you acquire as part of progression. But the actual level design is nothing... Okay, right, there was nothing down there. There's nothing too crazy. Man, listing a game like DMC as an inspiration. Alright, even touching those, regardless if you're vulnerable, you still get warped back, which I guess isn't that bad. The point here is to knock the enemies into the pit to kill them faster. Okay. I appreciate that this game doesn't go crazy on bloom and lighting effects. They're kind of subtle. Excessive use of bloom is a pet peeve of mine. I don't think it looks good at all. Why do you want me to... Like, let's say a lesser game would have these mushrooms have such a high amount of bloom, they're kind of garish and neon. And why would you want me to imagine that the way I'm looking at this game's world is through a camera that's getting overloaded by a bright light? And why would bioluminescent mushrooms, for example, be that bright, like the sun? Or a fluorescent light or something like that. Huh. Wait a minute. What does it mean that I got a map? I actually don't remember that. Because I was able to look at this earlier. Wait, didn't you need a map to look at this map screen and actually see something? Huh. It's a bit strange. Another one of these. Might be obvious that you're gonna need some sort of a key item. Oh, there was a bit of a gimmick to this area, I believe. Is this the way forward? No. Yeah, this is kind of a... yeah. There's a certain progression to this place. And it escapes me, but there was a mechanism somewhere. That had to do with these... yeah. It's kind of cool that it makes you take a detour on the way back. And yeah, you can dash across those grips without having to jump, which is nice. Ah, this stuff smells disgusting. Herbicide, so I think you can gather what we're gonna do with that. The stuff looks like acid used to kill plants. Better not drink it. Oh, really? You don't say. I'm trying to remember if there was anything hidden here, but I don't think there was. And in any case, I won't be too paranoid about secrets in this game. I guess this gross stuff should kill it, right? So yeah, if that isn't using the Sephirothic fruit in Devil May Cry 4 to continue after beating Echidna, it's basically the same thing, if you know what I'm talking about anyway. Yeah, the traversal upgrades I'll get later will definitely change things at least somewhat. I don't think I'm supposed to get up there just yet, and I don't think I can as it stands, so... Gotcha. Kind of a cool entrance to a fight, at least. Good thing that killed. I wouldn't have been able to block in time. I don't think having to worry about uncancelable animations adds much to an action game like this. It just forces you to be cautious to an extent that's kind of boring and repetitive. The lock-on projectile is kind of a boomerang as well, so sometimes you can do that to lock on anyway. I am so happy I have the down charged attack. Definitely be way more annoying without it. Three, four, five. Forgot how big this thing's combo is. Come here. Whenever you see a little red sword icon above this enemy, that's it buffing its attack. Which I'm not sure why that's a thing. Like, am I supposed to be more cautious while that's active? It's strange. It doesn't really do much. I think in any case, enemies deal a lot of damage on this difficulty, so what does it matter? Another thing I just noticed while fighting there is your combo in midair is different. It's 3 hits, and it does actually deal poise damage on the last hit, so I guess that's something. Now they have no poise again. And now this guy has 5 poise, and I expected him to have 2, because same enemy, same encounter. Why would I think it would be any different? It's just so weird. Shouldn't have committed, I guess. Oh, damn. I mean, I am playing this game in the most difficult way possible, so I guess that's to be expected, but still a little disappointed in my performance. I think poise should just always be visible with the way the game handles it. It doesn't make sense for it not to be. It just causes problems like that. Like, I might have been fine if that didn't happen there. But yeah, the down charge attack, like I said, is very spammable. It does such high damage. If you just want to kill something, why wouldn't you use it repeatedly? Damn it. When you're right on top of an enemy, it's hard to tell what directional input you're going to end up doing. Like, I wanted to go towards the enemy, do the... like the distance closing lock-on attack with the horizontal directional input. This one. It hits a lot of times and heals for a fair bit, so that's why I wanted to do it. I guess it hits 5 times. Huh. Must have forgotten. Right, I don't think the slide does an awful lot. That's why I didn't use it much. So now, this guy has 5 boys. Note to self. Ah. Maybe... Oh, actually, I know what they want you to do here. Yeah. Damn it. I don't think I could have done anything after committing to that attack there. It's a shame, but... Oh, I forgot. The attack buff also restores this guy's poise. Yeah, this is kind of an annoying enemy as well. Oh shit. Good thing he committed to that and didn't attack me instead. I guess that's the thing. This game does feel kind of stiff when compared to Devil May Cry, and that's not a good thing. There. Okay. Maybe watching me learn can be kind of satisfying. I've enjoyed watching people sort of fail, but still eventually succeed, and sometimes I'm impatient if someone's completely inept. But most of the time, it's cool to see the improvement. Uh-huh. I do remember this. I can't even get up there right now, but it's worth noting that that's there. I didn't know the pulse did anything with these guys. I just wanted to try it. Huh. Yeah, I think if I had certain other moves, I'd be able to... What was this again? Nothing useful. This is here for a reason. I remember why, but yeah. I think if I had the upward aerial charge, I'd be able to reach this ledge. Something to do on the way back, I guess. But with how high the difficulty is, I can't afford to prioritize stuff like that. Or maybe I just forgot what upgrade was here. Air step, right. Yeah. You can also use this ability to hop from enemies, lanterns, and more. Enemy step on top of other stuff. So yeah, okay, never mind. It's good. It's all good. I've forgotten where most of the false walls are. You have to hit them, or else they won't disappear. Shockwave. What was that? Release a shockwave when landing on the ground with sheer descent. Down attack while airborne. Alright, they do have names, but there's no move list, so... no reason not to use that, I guess. There's the shockwave. Like I said, sheer descent doesn't do poise damage. It's... I guess it's good if you want to drop to the ground quickly, but that's it. It does low damage. It's just not very impressive, I think. But yeah, now I could get back up using these. If you wait too long, you'll drop off air-steppable things like that. So now... I think most of the specifics of the level design escape me. Oh yeah, you'd have to go the other way if you went this way first. Yeah, that's obviously something. Can't read. I guess that is a plot point that Vernal can't read. Something about her upbringing, I think. I can see people sympathizing with Vernal, I just don't think she's a very compelling character. Ah, these stagger enemies. Forgot about this. They're at least nice to mix things up with gimmicks. Whoa! They also deal big damage? How high pressure is this water? Well, in any case, I'm not entirely sure why that enemy just died like that. You can block those lasers, by the way. Maybe I'll show it off. Come on, shoot me. Well, that was a dash, but I do believe I can bait him into doing the laser. Or maybe he won't cooperate at all. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't have an unblockable tell, so of course you can block it. Actually, what does the shockwave do? Oh yeah, these enemies. Feel like some latent memories are getting unlocked. They fire lasers as well, that's all. Due to dealing low damage and no poise damage, I'd say most spells are really ineffectual. And the ones that do deal poise damage later are so dominant just because of that. Because the thing is, while enemies still have poise, even if a spell did have some useful property like this can help juggle enemies, and hits so many times that it can keep them stunned for longer. The fact that it can't initiate a stun means that it's useless for a while until you use the other moves that can actually deal poise damage. Just kind of, yeah, not great. The memory point I just picked up merely increases the max memory points by 1. There are quite a lot of those. Maybe too many. I found I could just equip everything without having to think, which is another criticism I have, but oh well. How long has it been? Yeah, I think that's a good place to call it. I'll do the rest of the Arboretum later. I guess I could use the ship as the stopping point. From here on out. Thank you for watching.